With that, you could tell your child's father one thing where he couldn't say anything back, but by the grace of God, it would resonate, or he would be receptive to it. What would it be?
I plead the fifth.
Okay.
This question in the chat, it wasn't nice, but I don't remember what I thought. But as you ask now, I think I would tell him that being himself and not faking everything will get him further in life. He's one of those people that like picks up on personalities. So it's like you meet him, he's not doing nothing. You like crystals, now he like crystals. He meets somebody that played a game, now he a gamer. He meets somebody that like working computer. Now he trying to learn how to make crusts. Just be yourself. And I didn't notice it till like later on, but he's a personality grabber, which makes the person that's into him think like, oh,
right. That's what I'm about to say. You didn't see it because he was, morphing into what you.
That's a personality
disorder. It is a personality disorder.
So
he even said it like, it's like 3 people up here talk. Don't tell me that because then I have to take precautions.
You said, but spirit,
Scorpio.
Oh!
Wait, what did I say? I'm gonna follow you out next time. So much that I would want to tell him, that to keep it general, I feel like I would tell my child's father, like, you are not who you think you are, and you are not who you want to be. But therapy may help you. Therapy. You just have to be honest. Like, try to let it be honest. Let
Some people need an exorcism.
Because I feel like,
and a therapist.
But I feel like that's general enough where it could help him. As opposed to me trying to be
I don't know him. I'm just talking in general.
Here's a whiteboard.
Some people do.
Here are the facts.
Yeah.
Because don't pull out the facts because now it's an attack.
That's true though.
So it's like even though the question says it would resonate. So it's like really I could say anything, but I don't want to waste my breath anyway. Like even if I knew it could resonate, at that point I might as well write a book just for you. But yeah, you're not who you think you are. You're not who you want to be. Therapy could help you, and work on being a better you. Disregard the outside noise and all the other people in your ear. That's what I was saying.
She said it so much better. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. And you need to add something, Monica.
Yes, I want to say to my baby's father of my kids, both of them. I just want to say, the one thing that I would tell him is that I was always loyal. Always. Even though it felt like at times I didn't love you or I wasn't in love with you, I was always loyal to you. And that could have changed at any moment, depending on how you were acting and how you are in a relationship. That love thing could have changed any moment. Like, people fall in and out of love with people all the time. You can easily change that. But I never did anything when I was in a relationship. I was always loyal to my significant other.
Okay. Despite how you felt, it sounds like.
Yes, despite everything. Despite the ups and downs and the good and bad, like I was always 100% with him.
That's real.
And only him, emotionally, physically, everything. So he might think otherwise.
Why do they do that? I think it's so hard. It's not just in your head. Yeah, it's so hard to accept your fumble that you're going to make up something so that you can sleep at night.
Right.
Because why are you trying to make up things when you know I was real, when you know I was solid, when you know I was loyal? You think this is over because of somebody else? No.
Right.
It's over because it's over. Like, it's so much easier to play the blame game and make me out to be a bad guy instead of you taking accountability.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Woo!
That's a word.
And you being a grown ass.
That's a word.
Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know why everybody do that, but I think that'd be a part in it. Like, you can't swallow that pill.
Help you sleep at night. Like
help you sleep at night. Yeah.
What would you tell your younger self? What time frame would you choose to have stated this particular advice with your younger self?
8th grade. The virginity left in 9th grade. I was heavy in Bible study, heavy in I'm gonna have me a husband before anything happens. I'm gonna have me a house before them kids come, because all my grandparents was married. My mom was single, but it was like, no, I'm gonna do it their way.
Okay.
Grief. You lose somebody and instantly with the sex, and you're just like, this, I didn't even want this. So, and when I met my second baby daddy, I had just lost my dad, and it wasn't until I got pregnant after losing my mom. I got pregnant with the second baby. I'm like, yeah, I got a problem. Like, when somebody die, I want to go do the thing.
Right.
So now that she's 2 and I'm celibate and they ain't got no options and nobody else is dying, like, stay obedient. Yeah. Because if I went God's way, I'm sure life would be very different. But I have my daughter, so.
I probably would tell my younger self, live it up.
Okay.
And when would you say this?
I'm trying to think, what's the timeline? College, and I did. So,
I would say live it up more.
You're right, go harder. You ain't got no kids, because woo, baby. I feel like I gotta check in with somebody now. Like,
Right.
You got 5 square for this, baby, then go.
Not
You
go
gotta
harder.
be a parent, responsible.
Yeah. I will say the same thing to myself.
With
Like, go do what you want to do. Like, I think I settled because I was trying to just be like pleasing to my family and stay with them and stay home and stay in Michigan. But like, I really wanted to go explore. I really wanted to go to out of state college, and I had like this whole dream of being like, you know, girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wish I would have followed my dreams. Like, just out of fear and everything, because fear makes the best of you. Once you do something with fear in you, like, it turns out wonderful. Because you're facing your fear, you know. It makes you a better person.
I'm learning that too. If it makes you scared, do it.
Yeah. I was watching something on HGTV, and you know, this couple, they were so cute. They was like, they moved out of the country, and they was like, you know, that fear is always going to be there. You know, it's not going nowhere, no matter how old you get. No matter what you do, like, that fear is not going nowhere. So you might as well just go ahead and do it.
Okay. I learned that too when I was watching a documentary or some kind of interview with Beyonce, and she was talking about how she gets so nervous before she go out to perform.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, the best performer of this generation said she gets nervous before she go out to perform. Like, that was I was like, okay, so
that's my boy.
It's never gonna, like, not be that. Like, especially I feel like too, if it's something you really care about. Like, sometimes when I'm working on different projects or I'm working on something, I'm like maybe a little bit anxious or feeling away, and I have learned to just tell myself, like, it just means that I care a lot about doing a good job. You know what I mean? Like, that if I didn't care, I wouldn't be like worried about having things right and doing, you know, X, Y, and Z. Sometimes it's just energy not being channeled correctly, but it's like you have a good intention. I would say aim higher to my younger self. When I look back on my life, I see a lot of potential that I had that I just didn't know. I'm a first generation college graduate. Like, all the things that I have, I worked hard for. And I wish I would have had better mentors back then to, like, tell me to pursue my, you know, musical career or to do, you know, all the things. I wish I would have just had a little more guidance there.
Yeah.
But I use that and I channel that energy in, like, mentoring other women and making sure my niece is, like, good and that she's doing all the things she desires to do. And I always say that, like, she's the girl of my dreams, my niece.
I love her.
Yeah, she's the girl of my. She's doing it. She's a senior at a really good school, and I mean, on an e-board for this, she's a part of Delta Gyms, and she does, like, all the. I mean, the girl is out cold. Got, like, a 4.0 GPA, like, super involved. Like, she is that girl. She a boss. And I really I call her actually my youngest son be mad, but I call her my first baby because she is. My niece is my first baby. I raised her with her, you know, her parents, but, like, that was my baby. I used to take her to college with me. Really? On the week, I would drive all the way to Detroit. I would drive all the way to Detroit to get her. and take her up to college with me and show her around.
I love that.
Oh my God.
That's my baby.
That's an experience.
And when I got my MBA, I have this really cute picture of her with my stole, like the master stole on her. And she's like 5. And now here she is, like graduating at the top of her class, got accepted to like 30 colleges, all these scholarships, all these accolades, like. So I channeled that energy into my kids, you know, younger people, women who are younger than me, to encourage them that we can do the things, because man, these mediocre men be out here aiming high. I don't know what it is about being socialized or raised as a girl that people mold you to settle. And don't encourage you to shoot for the stars. I don't know, maybe because I grew up in the hood. I don't know what it is like, but I just feel like I could have done way more. And so now I try to just channel that energy into what I'm going to do now and just give it back.
And you should be so proud, because your niece is probably, you know, she's been looking up to you since she's been a baby, and look where she at because of you.
Yeah, you was a great example.
Yeah, core memories.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very great.
Like I played around in college and I'm like, hey, I really could have excelled in this and that and did this while I had the chance. And then,
So I feel like just happened.
Right, life. But I love how you said you channel that energy into like doing better moving forward. Because life is not over. That's not what happens. And I hate when people have that narrative. Like,
oh my God, yes.
Yeah, I think we should aim higher now.
My next question for you all is, how do you give yourself grace through experiencing mom guilt? Like being away from your children, working, or even not being where you want to be in life. Because I feel like, I talked to somebody about it, and that could be a part of mom guilt. Like, oh, I'm not where I want to be, and I feel guilty because my children are being raised like this, or whatever the case is.
Right. I can start though, because I do be feeling like that. Like, oh, you know, if I didn't sacrifice and take 2 years off with each of my kids, then I would be further in life and closer to where I want to be, and then they'll have a better life because of that. But you know, I can't predict. So I just give myself grace. Like, you don't know, you know, what would have happened. You know,
that's true.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. So I just give myself grace in that aspect. But I do be having mom guilt, especially when I'm away from them right now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I could be like doing something, getting them ready for tomorrow, getting they here together and stuff. But sometimes I give myself grace because I'm like, you needed this time away from them. So, because when I do see them and I haven't seen them all day or something, like I'm happier to see them. Like I'm more interactive with them instead of being home with them all day, you know, versus being drained. So, yeah.
I tell myself the same thing with my mom guilt being away from my son. I'm like, I know I need this because it's going to make me a better mom, especially because I've been at a place where I felt bad that I couldn't show up for him how I wanted to because I was stressed out or I felt like I was on the verge of being burnt out. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is not what's best for him. Me not getting the break. I also had the mom guilt where not being where I want to be in life. Well, not so much not being in the situation I thought I would be in. Well, I guess it's the same thing. Not where I wanted to be in life. And with that, I feel like I'm more so just trying to get ahead of the game. So I send emails to my son for him to see when he's older and make home videos. And so I basically just apologized to him in advance. And I felt like I put it out there. I apologized that, you know, I brought you into this world or whatever. And I wasn't in the situation I thought I would be in. And I asked for grace from my son, even though he's not, you know, at the age where he can, you know, be like, yes, mom, I'm giving you grace. But I ask for it now, and then I try to make sure I'm open to hearing what he has to say and open to looking at it like a partnership, if that makes sense. Like, how can I best support you? And we're not in the nitty gritty of it because he's just 2, but just trying to remind myself, like, that's who I want to be with my son. And I feel like that'll make all the difference. So I think that makes sense.
I don't know. That's a hard question. But I know that I give myself grace, but I can't tell you how. And I know that the mom guilt is there all the time because I have attachment issues. Like, I can go to McDonald's while my daughter is in school, and I'm like, oh, I can't get her food because it's going to be cold. But now I feel bad that I'm eating McDonald's without her, and I know she wants McDonald's. Oh, I got to hide the bag. Like, just doing too much. I hate that for myself. But we are truly blessed. So even with the mom guilt, I just try to give myself the fact. So, like, I had mom guilt that I had my oldest daughter who had never seen any trauma in the homeless shelter. And I'm like, well, we have to go to the shelter because we didn't have a home. But the facts are she's still fed, she's loved, she don't really eat the shelter food, she's still in school on time, hair's still done, she's still doing her activities. So, like, just combating my negative thoughts or what's actually happening. Like, now I'm like, oh, we got too much junk in the house, stuff not organized, it's not as clean as I wanted. But it's like, you own a house.
That's true. Let's know.
Like, you own a house. You've been in the family for years.
It's a big one.
You got so much stuff, you can sell some stuff and get some money. Like, I just combat whatever the negative thought is with the facts. And the facts are normally good and true things.
That's great to practice, period.
Because it's like, what is the story we're telling ourselves versus what is true?
And I'm a pessimist. I'm also optimistic. But, like, I can sit there and run myself in a rabbit hole. Like,
me too. I'm a skeptic by nature.
Yeah. Contrary. Very contrary.
Yeah. Even that is a strength.
It is.
To be able to see both sides of anything.
Oh, yeah. Every time I go to therapy, she's like, you know what you need to do the thing. And I'm like, well, I still want you to tell me what I do. Okay.
Right, you're the professional.
Yeah, I love that. I honestly, when I looked at this question, I was like, oh, I feel bad because I honestly don't have mom guilt. I don't think I ever had mom guilt. And when I first went out, I think for the first time, one of my other mom friends, she was like, I know, how do you feel being a woman? I was like, no, girl, she with her daddy. She is fine. I'm outside, so where is the bar? Right. I'm like, I know that baby is well taken care of, and I'm doing the damn thing. So when I have a moment to get to myself, I'm going to enjoy it. I mean, I'm still checking up on her. I mean, she's with people that I trust with my life. They send me pictures. I'm still in my phone looking like, oh, look at her, I wonder what she's doing. But I'm not like consuming my whole night with like, oh, I'm worried about her. And when she at school, I trust the school that she go to, the people, I love them. I'm creating a deeper connection with them too as friends and sisters. So I love that, and I think it makes me feel safer within like my community that I've built or my village. I don't know. Yeah, but I never have had that. I don't know. Maybe in certain aspects.
You have a lot of good support too.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is, the support. Maybe in other aspects, it's like, man, I shouldn't have done this, or if she failed, I'm like, oh, I feel bad because I wasn't able to protect her and do this and do that in that sense. But I don't know, just when I get the moment to myself, I'll be like, I'm going to enjoy this moment, okay, because I'm coming back home to do the damn thing again.
You really be out here just living.
Okay, like, and sometimes she be with me, okay? I'll be like, we just got
Afro, what is that?
That's exactly what I was
Afro Nation with the baby.
How old is she?
She 2.5 now, but she was like 1.
That probably was fun.
Girl, we be going to concerts.
She go down to poetry with me because I didn't have a sitter.
Yeah.
She'd be in there with me until it started smoking.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go pivot. But yeah, we be
Similar,
outside together.
Yeah, similar to you, I don't experience mom guilt about like being away and stuff. I'll have guilt sometimes about, am I giving them the best opportunity to thrive? So like, I had started writing a plan for both of my boys based on like what their interests are. And it also stems from me looking back and being like, I was good at this. One of my family put me in gym. Like, I taught myself how to flip, how to do backflips with no hands, and all kind of stuff I taught myself. It was like, somebody should have put me in gymnastics. I could have been an Olympic gold medal. Like, the things I taught myself for gymnastics is insane. I taught myself in my front lawn. And it was like, somebody should have saw that.
Fed into it.
And I could have probably had a full ride somewhere doing gymnastics. Probably could have went to, who knows? But I would have been good. Because I was better than a lot, because I also did competitive cheerleading. I was better than my teammates who grew up taking gymnastic lessons from teaching myself.
You're a natural talent.
Yes. And so when I think about that, it comes from that place. So I know that I'm projecting a little bit, but I'm trying not to make it a negative. Like, I try to think about their interest in the things that they want to do and like creating plans around getting them connected to different things. Like, I found my older son a new track coach earlier today because he wants to do track. It's like the school he goes to, they have a track team, but it ain't really that competitive. Like, I want him to have the best opportunity to compete and build up his skills. So who knows, he might do it in college and get a scholarship. Like, I'm always thinking long term about like getting scholarships for college and career and learning to code now because AI is coming and that's the future. Like, those are the things that I get mom guilt about. Like, am I preparing them for the future and to thrive as Black men and to be able to get have their own income and generational. What can I pass down to them? Not just like all the things I'm teaching them, but like wealth. Like, I worry about those things, but being away from them.
You say you get more stuff done being away from them.
I'll be like,
seriously, you can make more phone calls. You can do the important stuff. I
don't be feeling no way at all. I really think that in order to be the best version of myself as a mother, I need time away from them to do that. And because I have to be good as a person to be good for them. So, yeah, even to the point where based on our parenting schedule, like some holidays, they won't be with me in the morning. Like, I think it was Christmas this past year. They didn't wake up with me on Christmas, and I didn't give one bloop. I woke up on Christmas morning, and I was so full of joy. That was probably one of the happiest days in 2024 for me.
I'm trying to be like
I woke up with so much joy that I first of all, them kids wake you up at 6 a.m. ready to open gifts, and I'm like, I'm sleepy still. Like,
they gonna be there.
Baby, I slept in. I got up, had my breakfast, and laid back down again. I was so happy. That I didn't have to wake up with them on Christmas. They woke up with their dad on Christmas, and I loved that for me. So, like, even stuff like that. My oldest, he traveled with his dad on his actual birthday, but he celebrated me the weekend before. And when they both called me, him and his dad was like, "Hey, do you mind, if I take him on a trip for his birthday, like on his birthday?" I was like, "Have fun." Like, so he didn't spend his birthday with me, and they didn't wake up with me on Christmas. The first year. And I was so happy. I was happy for him. Like, "Oh, you traveling with your dad? Like, bye." Right. He was like, "I don't know how I." Like, when it got closer to it, he was like, "I don't know how I feel about this." So I had to coach him. I was like, "We celebrated already. You're going with your dad." Like, I had to coach. He was feeling away, and I was good. I love this past Christmas.
I'm trying to be like that. Yeah, I'm trying to get there.
Well, the thing about it is, I rest in my strength as their mother. Nobody can replace who I am.
Maybe that's
so. One holiday don't mean nothing. I'm gonna forever be their favorite person.
Period.
Man, I work so hard as a mother. One holiday, one birthday don't mean. Can't nobody hold a candle to me as their mama. It don't matter what they do on what day of the year. Like, it just don't matter because I'm still the best thing since sliced bread to them. Like, they utterly adore me. So. One day is not gonna change nothing. I'm that good of a mother.
I love that.
One day ain't gonna change that. Like,
I think that could be a part of my problem. Maybe that's my problem. I feel like it would make me less of, maybe because I don't rest in my strength as a mother. Like, I feel like that would make me less of a mom. I don't know, but that's something that I'm thinking about now that you said it.
It doesn't mean anything. Is what I'm saying.
You get, like, the more confident you get with it.
That's true, because your baby is still smaller.
And then when they could,
but it's still true when they're that small.
Yeah.
But it's still true.
Okay.
You are his favorite person. It's true right now.
And you're doing the damn thing.
And you're doing the damn thing. It's true right now.
Look at this house. This roof over his head.
Do you hear me? Look at this place. This is fabulous. Here you built. Look at all the things you've done. That baby. Let me tell you, you put Samir down. He'd be
90%, like 95% of the
that
time,
baby
you are
adores
his
you.
only caretaker.
All right now.
Like, yeah, you're laying down those roots, laying down that foundation. To be like that.
Nobody can change that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, I guess it's also the meaning. I realize the way that I think about what means something. One day out of the whole year, that don't mean nothing. The stuff that we think means something don't mean nothing.
Okay. The world make it seem
like it means something. It don't mean nothing.
So much, like it just be on our top of our head, like we're just thinking too much into it. It's really not that deep.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Look, while we dropping these gems, I also want to ask y'all, what advice would you give a new mom, and or what advice would you give a new mom who is not in the situation she had hoped she'd be in?
Oh yeah.
I feel like people need to hear that for real. Or a new mom in general. Like if you don't want to specify that type of situation, you could just answer it in general. But
that her situation does not define who she is.
Woo. Okay.
Just despite what it is. Like
yes.
That's what happened. It could be what's happening now.
It's okay to pivot.
Ooh.
And if you feel like it's not what you thought or expected, then pivot and just, try to just be the best person on the other side that you could be. Don't let it be you the one looking crazy. Let the other person be crazy if you want to be crazy, or she, whatever. Or this for your mom, but yeah, it's okay to pivot. Just grow as much as you can from the situation as possible. Come out on the other side of it better. Develop within yourself, and just be the best mother you can be, and be the best woman you can be for yourself, so that maybe possibly in that situation it can get better. Y'all can get back together, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. But if it's not that situation and you meet somebody else, you'll be even better for that next person moving forward. And yeah, so pivot. That's where I'm at like right now.
Big pivot. I love that. I would say don't carry it alone. And the reason why I say that is we try to do so much sometimes alone as mothers, and it's so important to lean on others and lean on that village. And if you don't have that village, build it. Go somewhere, find somewhere where you can meet like-minded people, and more importantly, allow yourself to receive that help. So one of my mentors always says to me, there is no lack, we create limits. And what that means is there are always people in our, like, connected to us in our lives that are waiting to be tapped in. Like, there is somebody that has offered to help you with something. You just never called them back. You just never texted them back. And oftentimes we so worried about who ain't showing up and who ain't doing something. Shift to who does want to do something for you. And it may not be who you thought it was. It may not be your cousin. It may not be your sister, your best friend. But it's somebody somewhere that want to help you, but you're not focusing on them. Focus on the people that want to help you and allow them to help you, because ain't nothing cute about being a strong black woman. Okay, like, we have to be strong. We are surviving. We want to be soft.
We don't have a choice.
We don't have a choice. We want to be soft. We want the soft life. Okay, so soft life ain't necessarily connected to a man. It's about letting my friend show up for me.
Yeah.
Letting my friend come clean my dishes. Letting my friend bring me dinner. Letting somebody who, you know what I'm saying, I had a connection with, build that relationship up so that you have somebody you can go to. And so that's the thing that a value for me in my life. Like, I shift so quick. When somebody stops showing up for me or start acting away, I'm focusing more on the people and relationships that I'm building. So the moment you want to act like that, great. I'm looking over here to the person that told me to call them if I need anything. To the person that said I'm here if you need to talk or vent or cry. I'm calling that person. And I don't care who you is. And we known each other since we was 5. I don't care. And the moment you start acting funny and moving funny, I'm going to where the love at. Every time. You're going to find me where the love reside, baby. So, where the money and the love reside. That's where you're going to find me every time. Where the money and the love reside. And there is no lack. Find the village, build the village, don't do it alone.
I love that. In addition to what everybody else said, I would say first, accept the situation for what it is. Like, okay, this is my reality. Like, it's not where I thought it would be. This is who my partner is, or who my partner was, if you're no longer in that relationship. This is what it's like for me as a mom. Like, whatever it is, just accepting it for what it is, and then tying into what Micaiah said, where she said pivot. So pivot from there. Like, wait, this is what it is. How am I about to move forward? And how am I going to make sure I'm good for myself and my child or children? And I don't want to take it away from, like, I'm trying to figure out how to word it. But, like, not necessarily depending on other people. Like, it's nice to have people you can depend on, but making sure that you're solid enough that if people don't show up, or if the people that you expected to show up don't, that you're good. If that makes sense. It does. I want any moms watching this to answer this question. Answer whatever question you want to answer as well, that we talked about today. As we close out, I'm going to say a sentence, and you will have to fill in the blank. So you must say something positive, though, that you desire to see. And shout out to Bass Blue for that idea, because I recently saw it in the interview, and so I added it to this. Martika, I deserve blank.
I deserve. What did Mama D say? I deserve love.
Ooh.
I deserve peace. I deserve comfort in my home. I deserve stability. I deserve a good, faithful, black, strong man.
Okay.
Big purr.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah. I deserve everything that I am to my friends and people who I love.
Okay.
If I can get that back, life would be.
Yeah. Man.
I love
You
it.
deserve reciprocity.
The reciprocity. I deserve a me. That's all I need.
I would love
me.
me a me.
Okay. It
That
would
would
all
be-
be so easy. Like, yes.
Okay. All right. So, Micaiah, when I walk into a room,
it's a different.
it causes blank.
Like, I wanted to just be, like, I want to feed off onto other people, like, genuine love and energy, and I want it to be reciprocated. If that makes sense. Yeah.
All right. Kelsey, when I log into my banking app, the feeling I get is...
Generosity.
Okay.
That's how I want to feel when I look at my bank account. I want to feel like I can get some of this away and be comfortable doing it. Like, I should be able to, I should be able to give back to my family first, period, because they got me where I'm at. And then get back to my community and still be able to not only live comfortably, but get the abundance. I want the fruit from the upper and lower springs. You get what I'm saying? Like, I should be so blessed that my river overflow into others. So I want to look at my bank account and be like, yeah, girl, I sure can see you that 150 for your 300 for your DTE. Like, girl, I seen Megan say that. I don't want that back.
Yeah.
It wasn't alone, girl. I don't want no $300 back. That's how I want to feel. Like, like, go ahead, girl. That didn't even, that's what I want.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Malika, I had a rough day, but blank.
I had a rough day, but I'm blessed. It don't matter what's happening at the end of the day.
Okay.
Even on my rough day, there is meaning, there is purpose. And what is a rough day? I'm still here. I'm still breathing. It's the opportunity to do something different. And even if I'm perceiving it as a rough day, gratitude will ground me. Like, what was rough? That I forgot something. I didn't do. Like, I woke up today. I have a roof over my head. I have a job. I have 2 healthy kids. I ain't at the kids cancer center all night with my kid that's fighting for their life. Like, when you think about gratitude, that will ground you really quickly and reshape the story you're telling yourself.
That's a
You know
good
what I'm
point.
saying? Like, it brings everything into perspective and grounds you in the truth of the fact that I'm still here. So I can't help but win.
All right. I love it. Okay. For myself, my community will blank. I'm going to say my community will
thrive.
Ooh.
That's what I'm gonna say. Okay. Monica.
I want to hear more. What you mean by thrive?
Give me more.
Give me more.
That was just my first thought. Thrive. Yeah. Like I think that it'll be a slow. It's been a slow time coming, but we have been progressing slowly but surely. But us black women are really, we're at the top of the totem pole, but we're treated like we're at the bottom. And we will move on up. People are gonna catch up. They're gonna catch up.
Yeah.
And we really are already thriving, honestly.
Yeah.
Let me say that. We really are. It's just people don't see that. Some people don't see it, but that's why they are pushing us at the bottom. Because now that I think about it, we are already thriving.
Literally.
Like now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait a minute. Not will thrive. We are thriving. So now I don't like my answer.
We'll continue to thrive.
Yeah, we don't like it. It's true. We already are thriving.
Like other influences.
Like that. Yeah. We're gonna get together then.
Because once we just,
it'll be more
together.
I want a better united front with our community.
Exactly.
I will say that. It's gonna happen. Because we're supposed to be speaking positive.
Manifestation.
And we link it up with like-minded women.
My life was blank and now it's blank.
Okay. My life was like very peaceful. You know, I was that person that people would come to and talk about relationships with because they looked at my relationship and they, I never knew this though while I was in the moment, but people really looked up to me. And so I do want to get back to that place to where I'm at peace, you know? Like it's one thing to have peace in your life and not knowing it, but then when it turns around on you, you know, that's when you realize like, dang, like I had a good. Like, so I definitely want to get back to being peaceful and just being more into my word, into my faith. Because I feel like when I was more faithful, I was more peaceful.
I hear that. I agree. And I want to low-key add to that, not to be saying too much, but you know how, like, I don't know if this makes sense, but you know how there's always an opposite, like, my biggest fear is that somebody's going to come out with superpowers in our lives, and I'm like, if that happens, then that means there's going to be a super villain, and I don't want that. So, like, it's always going to be an opposite to something, right?
You watch too much Marvel.
I love Marvel. See? I think about like when we have bad experiences in our lives, that sometimes I tell myself like there has to be an opposite to this. Like life sucks so bad, there has to be a complete opposite to this where it's just amazing. And I feel like sometimes we have to experience bad things in our lives.
Like the
yeah,
kind of like that.
I'm thinking like,
without the bad, the good don't exist.
Yeah.
How do you know it's good if you never had bad?
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking about when you said that. And I know sometimes my brain goes all the way over here to explain and tie it together, but that's what I thought about when you said like you had having peace but not really recognizing it at the time. But now you will, and maybe it'll feel funky and all that.
And it's coming back. Just like it turned, it's going to turn. The tables keep turning.
Yeah.
It's going to come back again.
I just realized like I never went through anything in my relationship or in my life to where it was like that deep. And then when stuff started getting deep, I'm like, whoa, what is this? But yeah, I feel I have faith that it's going to turn back around.
But there is meaning in the deep, in the pain. Like when you don't experience anything, you don't have the wisdom from that lesson. So it's not to punish you, it's to teach you.
It's a very teachable moment.
Yeah, it's like the little kid learning how to ride a bike. You can't keep them training wheels on forever. You got to take them off and fall to learn how to ride that bike.
Yeah,
like after you fall, then you learn and you get to pedaling again. So
you elevate.
Okay. It's just growing up.
Yeah,
that's all.
All right. Next year around this time, I will be Graduated with my master's
I know
in
that's
learning
right.
design and technology.
Period.
There we go.
I do have giveaway details to share though. I'm giving away a $50 virtual gift card. Like the video and comment one of the answers to a question or comment just in general. And bonus entry if you share the video and tag me. Oh, yes. If you guys want to share like your social media handles or anything like that, you can. It's not like I have a lot of subscribers anyway. But if y'all want to share y'all handles, then go ahead and share it. You can say it out loud. I'll type it below. Or whatever the case is. This is your time.
You can follow me, Mom's Melanated Milk, for breastfeeding support and education.
Hey.
Hello. You can follow me on Instagram at, I think it's _Beri, BERI Lane. Like hospice person, CNA, chef, mom, artist, poet, so many things. You'll find a lot of stuff there.
And this is the person who gave me the idea. This is the person who texted me one day like, I think you should do a Babymamas podcast.
You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on every platform at Makaya, MAKHYAAA. I'm lifestyle, motherhood, content creation.
So you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Malika Jamila. That's MALIKAHJAMILAH. And yeah, for all things fabulous,
Fun,
fitness, lifestyle, wellness. And I also like to sprinkle in books. I'm an avid book reader too. So yeah,
that girlism.
that girl. I like that. That's cute. Yeah.
Okay, so my Instagram is _Monica_Monique. It is my name, my real name. But I don't post a lot, so I would still love the follows though.
Subscribe and be on the lookout because this is going to happen again sometime.
Yay, you guys.
And we got gifts. Yes.
I had a lot. She didn't ask questions about what I wanted to say, you know, but I had a lot to say.
Sorry.
No,
It'll be a
you
part
had
two.
very good questions,
I'm sure.
but sometimes we just need to rant and vent about our situation.
Yeah.
But I realized that doesn't do anything for me. So anytime I get irritated with this man, I literally pick up my Bible or I just pray.
That's what.
Because me calling somebody
That's
like,
how
you
you
know
do
what
it.
he did, it ain't gonna change
Right.
nothing.
And then you just bring
sometimes
them in.
and now my blood pressure higher.
Right.
Yes. Now everybody in your business and try to pull it out
like
like
that.
3
Because
weeks
now my
later.
blood
I don't like
pressure
that.
I used this was beautiful though.
Yeah.
It's different than
It was
gossip.
really nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was productive.
Thank you, Ariana.
And helpful.
They gonna be like, y'all play musical chairs.
Hello.
Okay.
Part 3.
That's 90 miles away from each other.
I got a sidebar question. Have any of y'all children ever got hurt? Like really hurt?
Emotionally?
No, like
Girl, what? What is they going through?
Like physical, like injuries
yeah. I can't imagine being that, and I had C-sections, but like I can't imagine my children not being in my life. Especially like one time my daughter got cut, and like when I heard the scream, it was like a thing.
No, I do feel those like bodily reactions.
Yes.
Like when we walking at the mall, y'all don't know about mall. They got that little glass thing like on the second floor.
Yeah.
And my younger one, he's 9, but he kept like touching it while we was walking. I was like I feel chills on my body. I was like, get from over there.
Yeah.
And come up, cause if that
I
was
agree.
Yeah.
like I could feel it like a chill going down my body. I was like,
Yeah.
come on over here.
That's real.
It's very weird.
And do y'all have dreams about when y'all was pregnant?
Yes.
I could feel a baby kicking.
I've never
Yes, when I could feel a baby like I was dreaming that I'm pregnant, and I could feel the baby kicking in my dream.
Yeah.
Or like my breast like my let down. I could feel it in my dream.
Do you have baby fever? You want to know?
No.
She said no.
What's your sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Fire! Oh my God!
My spirit is lovely.
I'm a Leo.
Okay.
It's something about that fire in that water.
It is, yeah.
It's weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They don't mix.
Yeah. But they
No, they do.
They do?
They do mix.
Okay.
They do. Sometimes.
They're like the reflection of the polar opposite. How do I explain it? It's So it's like, you know how fire signs are fiery? They're a fiery water.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's gonna take
not every water sign is like that.
Not a calm water.
Not a calm water. Yes.
Tsunami
like
type of water.
Like a Cancer is more of a calm water.
Okay.
Scorpios are like a fiery water, like they're boiling water, and we're fire.
Okay.
So it's like the opposite, but they like reflect each other in the odd way.